Simmer friends, Livia here. Welcome to my channel and welcome for another speed build. Today we are in Brindleton Bay and the Bedlington Boathouse. I'm a Brindleton newbie. I've been on to play months ago, maybe a month ago, and so it's been a while. So I logged on and to my surprise I had a new neighborhood. And my silly self was thinking, oh my god, a new neighborhood was released while I was away. No, turns out I had downloaded the Cats and Dogs expansion pack for my daughter Emmy, and I didn't even think that it came with a new neighborhood. It turns out it does, so there's that. Duh, I should have known that. So anyway, I'm exploring Brindleton and have to say that I really love it. It sparked me to really get back into the game, and so here I am. Hello. Quick little warning, this video is much longer than my normal videos and much longer than I think I typically like to do. So just get cozy, grab something, your favorite drink, get your blanket. Let's hang out for a little bit. So today we're doing a single dad and his two sons' house. And I would say that I absolutely love doing kids clutter. That's like my favorite thing to do in The Sims. Long story short, I don't have a lot of kids clutter. So I was a little bit disappointed on how it all turned out in the end. Not to spoil it for you, but not that it sucks, but it just doesn't have as much clutter as I normally would. In a normal home, you're going to, especially with children, you're going to see stuff throughout. I feel like the main level, I didn't do a good job of putting that everywhere. But we'll just pretend like the house just got cleaned or something. And so everything's tidy and perfect. We know that's not the real world. This is Sims, people. This is not the real world. So anyway, we are doing a single dad and his kids today. I really love it. I love that this build really kind of got me back into it, and since then I've just been playing nonstop because again, I'm just reminded at how much I love playing Sims to wind down. So anyway, love that I'm back. I plan to do Sunday builds instead of trying to do so many. I think if I can just do one a week, I think that would be totally manageable, especially during the winter months when things are a little bit slower. I think that is totally doable. Anywho, before we get into the build today, just want to do a little check-in. How the heck are you? Hope you're doing good. It is today that I'm recording. It is the 30th, so we're coming up on New Year's, which is always an exciting time, right? A chance for us to just regroup, realign, and I've been seeing online, you see it every year, those people that are kind of negative about the resolutions, and I'm just like, leave us alone. It's a chance for us just to kind of regroup. Sure, maybe another year goes by that we don't necessarily get to mark off those things off our list like we wanted to. But I do think it's just a great place to start, a good mindset. And I love starting a new year. It kind of just makes me feel fresh. And so, anyway, I hope that you are feeling fresh. And I hope that, it's a new year, new things, new opportunities, new ways to think about things. We totally got this. And it's going to be a great year. It really is. You know what else is great? Sims for content creators. Well, any content creators, honestly. But I continually be so surprised. I get online and I guess this is where I'm at in my 30s. I download a new rug or I download those cake mixes that were in the kitchen or those Chips Ahoy cookies, and it makes my freaking day. That's where I'm at, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I get so excited and I just really really enjoy their art, and I have to say it kind of makes me wish I was kind of getting into that, learning how to do that. I mean, I know it takes some skill and they've got it. So, quick little shout out to them. The stuff that's in the kitchen is from a content creator. I think the name is Live in the Sims Life or something like that. Don't quote me, but I will link her down below because her stuff is just realistic, from like Huggies diapers to all the name brand things. Like you saw the mustard in there and the name brand barbecue sauce and Bomb Chicka Wawa popcorn. I mean, everything. She even has like a Target grocery set. So, literally one of my favorite content creators right now, and it was free. But she's someone I would support on Patreon 100% because, again, her stuff's just rocking. I think she even has. I think it's her. I don't know. I'll check. But somebody has a Red Lobster, and I saw that last night, and I just about died because I'm like, so growing up, I thought like Red Lobster was like this really fancy restaurant, and you know, it can still be fancy. I mean, if you think it's fancy, it's fancy, okay? But no, I grew up thinking like that was like our treat to go to Red Lobster for like like a birthday or an occasion. Um and it's one of some of my very best memories. But someone had the Red Lobster stuff, and I laughed because I never get to go. Robert does not like Red Lobster, and no one else in the family really likes it anymore. So like I'm like this loner who I would go to Red Lobster by myself. I would sit in Red Lobster. I would eat the Cheddar Bay biscuits until I was sick. I would order lobster bisque soup, and I would do coconut shrimp. And I'd be a happy girl. Tuck me in, call me done for the day. I'd be happy. But anyway, no, she created that too, and I thought, hey, you know what? I've never really done a like a commercial build. Someone I watched like an hour of my life I'll never get back of someone building the biggest mall in The Sims, and it was actually really cool. I don't know if I'll do that. Like, do you guys do like commercial builds? I know there's a lot of people who do, and I think it's really, really cool. I just don't know if my creativity level is there. Like to think about that. And then that's a lot of downloading of stuff. Like you need shelves and anyway, I think it's kind of another area of creativity that I'm not there, but I think it's really cool that people do that. And the Red Lobster thing was pretty freaking cool. All right, so moving on to the living room. I love doing living rooms in The Sims. I love doing living rooms in real life. It's like my favorite thing to do. I just love buying furniture. I wish it was on someone else's budget, but I wish it was like The Sims where we could just do cheat code, motherload, and just go shopping. That would be the bomb. But no, anyway, I wasn't gonna do my living room anytime soon. However, we just moved in this house 2 years ago, and so I have not made my rounds to every single room and did it how I like it. So I really hate myself for going back to a room that I've already done before I've done another room. But I have a reason. The reason why I want to redo my living room slightly is because I was recently over at a friend's house and we do some catering events for them sometimes. And they have this huge U-shaped, really, really, really nice couch. And it made me realize I need a bigger couch. Now, my living room is pretty big, and I feel like I can justify that because I do need a bigger couch to fill the space, right? So, you with me? So, anyway, I have been shopping for a very large sectional, one that we can have all our family come over. I have one now, normal size, but I'm talking like huge. And I was super excited until I started seeing pricing. I mean, I should have known like furniture is just expensive. We're talking thousands of dollars for a couch. And I didn't, this couch we bought recently, I think it was like 3 years ago. So the couch, the sectional I have now is newer. Nothing's wrong with it. There's no like rips, stains, nothing like that. But it's just not the color tone. It's gray. I really want like a lighter color. Anyway, you see my dilemma? See what I'm dealing with here? I just, yeah, I really, really, really want to get a new couch, and I wish it was free. I wish that, like I said, I wish it was like Sims, and we could just put a cheat code in and go shopping and get the couch that I want. No, but in the meantime, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I think it'll be really great for a family just to like unwind at the end of the day and just hang out in there. Because right now we really don't use our living room much. So I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole here where I can't really justify why I'm buying a couch. Anyway, we need a new couch. Trust me. Okay. I'm telling myself that right now because there's probably a lot of other things I should be doing other than buying a new couch. But hey, anyway, I ended up turning that little area underneath the stairs into an office area. And it's so funny because my middle is about to be 8 and she is currently slamming doors if you hear that in the background. But she is a Sims lover, and it's so funny. Like our whole family's like we game all the time. Like my whole house right now is gaming. But what's so great is like I love watching her play Sims. And for the longest time, she would play on my computer. But for Christmas, she got her own computer in her room. It was a really big deal. So we just downloaded Sims this morning on it. And so she's up there building a castle right now. Anyway, she gave me the idea to make this little space under the stairs. She called it a secret space. I ended up making it a office. I thought if this dad is home and needs to work away from the loud noise, they can go and to his little office under the stairs. Or beside the stairs rather. But yeah, I liked it like that. I'm having a hard time with this TV as you can see. Um I'm not one of those people that think that TV has to go in a living room, but I do think that like it's a nice place for it to go. We don't have a TV in our living room right now. long story short, it was a big honking big TV, and so we put it downstairs because we are gonna start like doing like the VR down there and stuff, and then I replaced it with a smaller TV, and then that TV just never really got watched. And so when holidays came, I was like decorating that area. I just took the TV away. So we haven't had the TV in there. We're not really in there much, like I said earlier. So it's not like we're really missing it. But anyway, I don't personally like TVs above fireplaces. I don't know. I just I don't know why. I can't really tell you exactly why I don't, but I think like it's a focal point of the room, and I don't think it needs to be on a TV necessarily. Um, in my Amazon cart right now, I have a easel TV stand, and I kind of thought about that, but I do have a little niece that I feel like she may pull it on her. I know they have like brackets and stuff to brace on the wall, but still concerned about that. I think it's a really neat idea. I think I might do like the easel TV stand in my bedroom, possibly, because that's a whole nother story. I'm having a hard time figuring out where to put a TV in there as well. Right now it's on top of a faux fireplace TV stand thing, and I'm just not feeling it. So, anywho, oh my gosh, this mirror. I wish I could have this mirror in real life. I have been dying to get one. Again, super expensive. What isn't? But yeah, I really, really, really want that mirror. And this mirror is pretty too. They have one of those at Ashley Furniture that I have my eye on. Speaking of Ashley Furniture, I am still freelancing for them. I don't know if you caught it in one of my other videos, if you've ever watched any of my other videos, but I do a little bit of freelancing on the side sometimes, and I got this really cool gig to do some of their like marketing materials, like graphics for like social media or like things for their clients or whatever. Pretty much just I get really cool projects saying, hey, we have this side table, this couch, this rug. Can you put together in a cool way? It's like, yeah, it's a dream. Hello. So, anyway, just an update on that. If you've been following along, I am still doing that, and I love it so much. And it's cool getting to see like the new stuff that's coming out. And it's fun, kind of making myself put stuff together. That's always fun. Real life, and I get paid for it. So hey, win-win for me. I really like it. I love freelancing. I talk about it in one of my other videos, but I'm glad I got started when I did, because it is starting to get more and more like kind of shifting on like how we are as a society will be hiring people. I really do think that it's like, instead of having someone on salary, have someone that could do a quick job, get paid for it, be done with it. It's like, it's just it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I like it. I've had good experiences. I've had some weird ones. I'm only on one platform now, and I concentrate on it. And there's Upwork, that's what I'm on. There's Fiverr, there's different things you can do to make some extra money. If you're thinking about it, I would totally just get started, because it's one of those things where you have to get in there, fill out like what you think about it, kind of find out what things you want to do. But you can literally freelance for anything on Upwork. You could do things from like voiceovers or typing, or you could even do things like YouTube video. People want their channels being created. You could do even other things aside from like that, like download apps and give reviews on it, or go to their website, give a review. I mean, there's just anything you can think of. You can find something on there that you would be good at, and you can make some money on the side. I highly recommend. Take a dark turn, my friend. Taco Bell is out of nacho fries, or they're no longer on the menu, whichever. Out of sounds more dramatic. Or does it? Either way, Taco Bell does not have nacho fries in my area. Look, I know they came back in like October, and it was the best day of my life. And I was hearing about it either on something I was listening to or something, and I got them that freaking day. I've been eating them off and on for the past couple months, but today my oldest daughter really wanted Taco Bell for lunch. I was like, sure, got on DoorDash and typed in nacho fries. They're gone. I am devastated. Sometimes, like, so Taco Bell is like one of those things where it's like a really great cheat meal. I said cheap, but I mean cheap as well. But it's one of those things like we do really good, and it wasn't always this way, but we do really good of like eating at home during the week, most weeks. We do HelloFresh, and so I'm like, we're like a diehard HelloFresh fan at this point. We tried 5 or 6 different services and came back to HelloFresh every time. Anyway, it really helps us eat at home, like 100%. Again, there's weeks like the holiday week was really weird, Thanksgiving week was really weird. There's some times they're just weird, but in general, it keeps us on track. So when I say cheat meal, I don't mean like I'm dieting. No, if you saw me, I don't diet. That's no. But what the thing is that it's one of those things where we're like, okay, it's a Saturday afternoon, let's order some yummy fast food. It's gonna make our tummy hurt. Right. Taco Bell was it today. Anyway, I was devastated. I was like, when something sounds good and you already kind of taste it in your mouth, you're like, yeah, and then they don't have it, it sucks. And I'm just, yeah, I was pretty sad about it. I love the way the nacho fries are. They're indescribable. They're not like a French fry you get like well, definitely not McDonald's, definitely not like Hardee's. It's a different texture of a fry. And then the seasoning, I mean, I joke that they put crack on them, but they might. Just like we always, it's like a joke in our family, but Chick-fil-A, we feel like it's like a cult because whenever you drive by a Chick-fil-A, the line is just outrageous. It's like, what in the world? And so my oldest and I actually tried it for the very first time not too long ago. Now, I will say it's really, really good. I really, really dig their chicken sandwich. I think it's like their classic or original, whatever. I also like their spicy chicken sandwich was pretty good. You guys should have saw us the moment we went through the drive-through the very first time, like 2 months ago, I think. We went for the first time. It was a nice day. The guy was outside and he was like so friendly, like, hey, what can we get you? And I'm like, oh, I need to get up to the menu. I don't know. I've never been here. And like he looked at me like I had just said something like insane. Like I'd never been to a Chick-fil-A before. I don't know what I want. He was just like, he's probably so used to everybody just coming and rattling off their order. He was like, okay. And like we look like aliens. Well, we go to the menu and we realize, well, the menu is pretty simple. But we didn't know what to order, so we ordered a bunch of crap, and then we get home, we sit down, I mean, it's just me and her, and we start to eat, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And I think, oh yeah, we even like had a French fry on the way home, and I'm like, okay, these are pretty good. Um, Look, I'm not joining the cult, but it is really good. I do crave it now. I'm like, oh, I want some Chick-fil-A. Unfortunately, Robert doesn't dig it. Like, I got him something that day, and then the next time we went back, I got him something, and he even said, like, hey, I'm not really about it. So it's kind of like a me and my oldest thing. We do randomly, but it is good. It is good. Where was I going with this? Oh, Taco Bell. So if you didn't know, if you're living under a rock like I was, nacho fries are gone, and it's really sad because I don't really know what to get at Taco Bell anymore because I typically get a bunch of crap. And today I'm like, I'll just get a spicy potato taco. I mean, I was that upset. I got one thing. That's not me at all. I got that. Not now. I didn't go hungry. Let's just be clear. I did not go hungry. I had Olive Garden leftovers in the fridge that I ended up eating like 2 hours later. But that's my sad story. It's terrible, isn't it? And it's like right around the holidays. How dare you? How dare you start out a new year without nacho fries? I just can't. Did you get anything good for Christmas? I feel like as we get older, like gifts are just like this sacred thing, at least for me. I just feel I'd never expect anything. Obviously, I'm an adult, but I was super surprised this year. So, Robert, he actually made me something, which I think is super cool. It's like so meaningful. He, so I do jigsaw puzzles a lot. And I sit at my kitchen table usually, and I also do it upstairs. Like, it's gonna sound weird, but sometimes I do it in bed even because I used to use like a really, really, really large frame, and so it's like portable. And yeah, I've tried like the felt things that like you roll up and stuff, and I don't like the way the felt is. I've also tried the poster board, which works out great as well. However, the poster board was my most recent thing I was doing, and it just wasn't exactly holding up as well because I would move it all the time. And so just one little flick on the poster board or like one little hit of the wall, all your pieces go everywhere. At least my frame, like it had an edge, right? So anyway, the frame was just getting like super heavy, and then the bottom of it was scratching my table up. So yeah, I put felt underneath there, and it was kind of just starting to be a thing. Anyway, I did my research. I was looking into buying like a puzzle table, and I was thinking, where would I put this puzzle table? And I was thinking my living room, I have a lot of room in there. I don't really have a lot of homes for things yet, or we could put it in our basement. I had ideas. And anyway, long story short, I also found a lot of tabletop um, things that like had drawers and stuff in it. And I know it was one of the hot Amazon buys this year was like a tabletop puzzle thing, but it just seems so bulky. Like, where would I store that after? Well, anyway, Robert ended up surprising me, and he made me this really cool frame. It's a frame essentially, and he actually hand engraved on it saying "Forever and Always," which is super sweet, and he stained it. Well, the bottom of it is like this really, it's hard to explain the wood. It's kind of almost like a cork board, but not so much a cork board. I mean, yeah, it's like a back of a cork board. So I really, really love it. Puzzle pieces are really great on it. And it's really light. It's light, so it doesn't like heavy to carry around like my frame was. Anyway, he made that for me. He also made it where it has a slit, so there's a piece that actually slides in, so it can actually make the puzzle covered. So like if my niece is over, or I do have I say my nephew, but he's not my nephew, he's actually my mom's nephew, so he's like my cousin, I guess. Anyway, he comes over sometimes too, and if they're over, I can simply just put the lid on it and don't worry about pieces being missing. If we're having dinner and I want to store it away, I just put the little, I just slide a little piece in there and it's gone. It slides really good under my couch, under my bed, so it's just like, it's awesome. So I was super excited about that because jigsaws are really, aside from Sims, in my free time, I love, love, love doing jigsaw puzzles. The brighter, I love like gradient puzzles. They're my thing. But I've become such a puzzle snob because, well, I'm a part of this Facebook group that's like a puzzle swap. And essentially, they'll just like post a picture of a puzzle that they want to get rid of, and they'll say they'll swap it for like this many pieces, maybe this brand, whatever. And then you comment below what you have, and you swap it that way. Or they'll say like, hey, I want $5 for this or $10 for it, which is a great deal because if I'm looking for a puzzle and I'm on that page, I'm like, oh, I was gonna go buy it off Amazon for $25 or $30. I can get it on there for $10. And these are people who do puzzles often, so they're not going to be like people that have like missing pieces. And if they do have a missing piece, which by the way, I don't really care about, some people have to have completed. But if it's missing one or two pieces, no big deal for me. And it's like, if it's $5, I mean, that's way better than going to spend 30. I mean, it's just a fun thing because I am someone who, I do not swap puzzles. I do not sell my puzzles. I usually just keep them because I like the way they look aesthetically on my shelf. So I'm becoming kind of a little hoarder, but my mom got me a new puzzle for Christmas that I'm excited about doing. I'll show you on the screen which one it is. I love it, right? Because I feel like I do like kindergarten version of like adult puzzles. I like to have like little sections to work on instead of like, I don't like doing landscapes, not like that. I like having like, for this one, for example, I'm going to be able to work on this rock and then this rock and this color. So yeah, that's what I've been doing in my free time. I just like doing that. I feel just super good about having a puzzle on my table. I can, work a little bit at work, go sit down and do it for a little bit, or on my lunch, or maybe I have a day that I'm not doing much. I go do a puzzle. I curl up with which speaking of which, sorry, I'm all over the place, but just reminding me, my mom also got me an adult Snuggie for Christmas. I like the wearable blankets. Now, when I was little, I wasn't part of like the 90s group that had a Snuggie growing up, but my sister-in-law, who also got this wearable blanket from my mom for Christmas, said they're nothing like those. Like, these are supposed to be like way different because they're really good quality. It's like Sherpa, like it's super soft. So freaking soft. Anyway, talk about a good night, like curled up in my wearable blanket, like got some little lo-fi tunes on my Alexa, and I am straight up chilling doing a jigsaw puzzle. What is better in life? Please tell me. Oh, and a snack, of course. Some type of snack. I'm living the dream. What can I say? My mom's been saying like she's living her dream, which I love that because Robert and I had a really long, in-depth conversation the other night about success. Like, what is success, right? And it's like it's so important that we both agreed that a lot of times we look at like other people and we like define our own success based off theirs. And I think we all can kind of relate to that. Like, we really can't do that because like our story is our own. What we define success as could be totally different than what your neighbor, your brother, your mom, your boss, like it's different, right? Like, and for me, success is very simple. I want to be able to pay my bills on auto pay and not worry about those bills. I want to be able to walk around Target and buy pretty much, I mean, not the whole store, but like anything that I want to buy on my cart, swipe my card, not have that worry. I also want to be able to travel, let me and my kids see the world near and far and not be stressed about that. Um, that's success to me. And also waking up every day and like enjoying what I'm doing. And I think sometimes like we just get in this mode of focusing on what everyone else is doing. I know I'm just right there with you if you can relate, because sometimes you do and you think, oh, you see, like, for example, I see like my neighbor, I'm like, oh, they're driving this car and they're doing this and they're going on 6 vacations and they have a vacation home in Key West. They do. And it's like, what am I doing? But at the end of the day, I think it's like we have to focus on our own. And I think success really is actually defined much simpler than sometimes we think about. It was for me at least. But anyway, so where I was going with that is like, I hope you're living your best life. I hope that going into this new year, I can just be a reminder to you if you need one that, you can live your life how you want to live your life and do the things that you want to do, not for the gram, not for, to show up your, I don't know, family, friends, whoever. It's just about you. Like you only get one shot at this life. Shouldn't be doing what everyone else wants to do. And the moment that I started to realize that, for one, I was really disappointed that I had wasted so much time on that. But on the other flip side, I was just like, oh, okay, that's when I really started to live. And I think that was about a year or 2 years ago. It was kind of like, okay, we're gonna do what we want to do. This is our life, by the way. And taking a break from social media really helps with that. I don't, and, if you're addicted to it, I'm sorry, I get it. Um, Life is like there's just another life outside of it, and it should be that way, right? Like, and my social media is so boring because I share like when we're on vacation, or I share like when I'm doing a home DIY, but like you don't see all the messy parts and all the good things in between. Then I don't think everyone should. I don't think that the world should be able to see everything. Some of the best parts of our life shouldn't make it social media. So anyway, I just hope you're living your best life, because you know what? Like I said, we have one life and we should live it to the fullest every day. We really should. And again, do something you love. Get up every day, get a job that you love to go to. Um, be around people that you love to be around. And only you can make that. Only you can do that for yourself. So yeah. Well, it just got deep. We got deep up here on the Sims CC speed build. That's what we do. I really hope you like the way this house turned out. Again, I really do love making family homes and homes. I got country there on you, but I like making family homes, and I like I said, I didn't really do a lot of clutter in this, but maybe he's a minimalist. And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my gosh, there's nothing wrong with minimalist at all. Don't even let me get started on another tangent. I better say that for another video. And in the meantime, I'll leave you to it. And thanks so much for coming to my channel. I know you have a lot of different ones when it comes to Sims. I just appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hearing me blab. Hope you got some good time with me and just hanging out. And I will talk to you next time.